Hey guys, welcome to Minnesota Twins franchise here on Mama's Basement Gaming. This is episode number 74. Today we are taking on the Miami Marlins in a 3-game series from Target Field. It is the first of 9 in a row at home at Target Field. We're trying to break a 6-game losing streak because we were swept in the 2 previous series coming into this one. We are sit at 24-34. In the American League Central, we're 12.5 games behind the Kansas City Royals. The Fish, meanwhile, are second place in the National League East. They are 6.5 games behind the Washington Nationals. They have lost 3 in a row and dropped 7 of their last 10, however. Coming into this one, some of their team rankings. They are 6th in ERA with a 3.20 ERA. Justin Nicolino leads them with a 2.66 earned run average. In home runs allowed, they do not give up many, 47 to be exact. Puts them at 3rd in baseball in the fewest home runs allowed. And it's not just their pitching that's getting it done. The bats are doing it as well. They are 4th in baseball in batting average with a 268 average. Christian Yelich leads them at 303. And in home runs, they are tied in 9th with 63. Giancarlo Stanton has 13. Justin Bour has 10. Marcell Ozuna has 7. For the Fish, we go into the first game of this series. It's the 59th of the season for the Twins. Ervin Santana trying to stop the losing streak. He is 6-3 with a 2.48 ERA. He's pitched 69 innings this year, a 0.96 whip. And his opponent will be Jared Cozart. And Cozart, making his 12th start of the year, he's 3-4 with a 2.94 ERA. Pitched 70 innings, a 1.25 whip, 55 strikeouts to 30 walks on the year for Cozart. We pick this one up in the 3rd inning. Giancarlo Stanton steps into the box with runners on 1st and 3rd, and Stanton drives this one into the right center gap, gets all the way to the wall. Runners rounding 3rd, and this one's going to plate 2 runs as Stanton walks in with a double. To put the Fish on the board first, it's 2-0. Joe Mauer steps in now. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's 2-0. Mauer lifts one out to left field. Christian Yelich is flagging it down. He does near the wall. Run's going to come in to score, though, tagging from 3rd. That is Danny Santana. And it's 2-1, Miami. On to the 5th inning. Justin Bour, he's 0 for 2 on the day. He's got a 264 batting average with 10 home runs and 28 driven in. Runners on the corners again with 2 outs. Bour drives this one deep to right field. That one's got a chance. Eddie Rosario is back at the wall. He's looking up. It bounces off the top of the wall. And Byron Buxton gets it back into the infield, but it's going to be a base-clearing triple for Justin Bour. 2 more runs score. It's 4-1 Fish. Ground ball to the right side now. Brian Dozier has it on to 1st to end the inning in the middle of 5. It is 4-1 Miami. Eduardo Nunez steps into the box with a runner on 3rd. Nunez slaps one into right field. That one's going to split the gap as well. A run comes in to score, and Eduardo Nunez has cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. He strides in with a RBI double, his 7th double of the year. Brian Dozier steps in with 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and he is drilled in the shoulder. Cozart would hit 3 batters in this game. Brian Dozier, he would hit twice. Luis Valbuena now. He flies one out to center field. Marcell Ozuna tracking it, makes the catch in center. And at the end of 5, it's 4-2. Marlins with the lead. On to the 7th inning. Brian Morris coming in to pitch. He's 2-4 with a 3.64 ERA in 29 innings. Brian Dozier steps in. He's been hit twice in the game. And he has an opportunity to do some damage here. It's 4-2 Marlins with runners on 1st and 2nd. Brian Dozier in the 7th inning with 1 out. Here's the first delivery from Morris. It's a breaking ball, and Brian Dozier drives it deep to left field, and that one is gone. A 3-run home run for Brian Dozier puts the Twins out in front, 5-4. In the 7th inning, the Twins take the lead, and if they can just hold on, they will snap that 6-game losing streak. At the end of 7, it is 5-4 Minnesota. On to the 8th, Martin Prado. He's 1 for 2 on the day with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Brandon Kinsler gets him to fly to right field. Eddie Rosario is underneath it, and Rosario makes the catch. In the middle of 8, it's still 5-4. Twins trying to hold on. We go to the 9th. Jake McGee on to try to pick up his 17th save. He's got a 1.21 ERA in 22 and a third innings. Lefties are hitting 204 against him. Righties are hitting 217. Here's JT Realmuto with a runner on first. Realmuto swings over the top of a slider for strike number 2. Angel Pagan is the runner on first. The Twins check on him. Third pitch to Realmuto, and he tries to check his swing but cannot hold it back. Rung up by the home plate umpire. Brings up Adeiny Echeverria with 1 out. Echeverria takes ball 1 on a slider low. On the 1-0 count with 1 out. Echeverria lines it to left field. That one's going to get down in fair territory. It bounces off the wall. Danny Santana gets it back in quickly. And the double by Echeverria is going to leave runners on second and third. We walk D. Gordon to try to load the bases and set up a force play at the plate, hoping that if we get a ground ball, we can keep the tying run from crossing. Here's Christian Yelich. Yelich breaks his bat, and the blooper on the left side is caught by Luis Valbuena. We have 2 outs, and the only man standing between us and breaking the 6-game losing streak happens to be Giancarlo Stanton. The delivery to Stanton, he takes ball 1 on the inside half of the plate. Slider down and in is ball 2. It's 2-0. Twins trying to get Stanton to roll over and ground out. We're sitting at 3-0 now. Here's the 3-0 pitch from McGee, and it catches the outside corner. It's 3-1 with 2 outs. McGee trying not to walk in the tying run. Ground ball up the middle. Brian Dozier has it. And there is going to be no play as the tying run comes in to score. Angel Pagan crosses the plate. Giancarlo Stanton with an infield hit to tie the game, and Jake McGee has blown the save. But still more work to do to try to keep the Marlins from taking the lead. Justin Bour swings and misses at the slider, and the Twins get out of the inning without any more damage done. David Phelps will come in the bottom of the 9th to try to keep the score tied and get the Fish to extra innings. Eddie Rosario at the plate. Here's the delivery from Phelps. Rosario skies it out to left field. Christian Yelich is there, and he hauls it in for out number 1. Out number 2. Joe Mauer to the plate now. He's 2 for 3 on the day. With a 3-1 count and 2 outs, Mauer bloops one into left field. Yelich dives, and he can't come up with it. That one's going to roll into the corner. Mauer rounds first, heading for second. And Joe Mauer is into second with a 2-out double. A base hit could score him and walk us off here. Brian Dozier, batting .243 on the year. A home run earlier today in the 7th. Facing Phelps. A 1-0 pitch. Here's the delivery from Phelps. Brian Dozier turns it around. Into left field. That one is back. And it is gone. A walk-off home run for Brian Dozier. And the Twins' 6-game losing streak is no more. And I believe that is the first walk-off home run of the season for the Twins. And they beat the Fish 7-5 to improve to 25-34. Jake McGee blows the save but earns the victory. David Phelps with the loss for Miami. Brian Dozier with a huge game, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Joe Mauer was 3 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Our AAA team beat Norfolk 4-1. Nick Gordon was 1 for 2 with a home run and 3 driven in. And JT Shargaw with 1 scoreless inning pitched. He has a 0.86 whip on the season and a 1.93 ERA. Tim Smalling, the shortstop for Chattanooga, went 3 for 5 with a double and 2 RBIs. Luke Bard, 1 scoreless inning. He's got a 2.35 ERA and a 1.20 whip on the season as the Lookouts beat the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. We're switching things up out in our bullpen. Kevin Segrist has been moved up to the setup role, and we have taken Sean Marshall and moved him back to middle relief. And our question of the day here, which of these 3 teams experienced the longest losing streak so far this year? This, because of our 6-game losing streak, we are wondering if it is the longest so far this season in Major League Baseball. Tyler Duffey takes the hill in game number 2 of this series. He's 1-4 with a 5.86 ERA. In 50 2/3 innings, he's given up 67 hits and 10 walks. That's a 1.52 whip. Justin Nicolino, starting for Miami, he is 7-0 with a 2.66 ERA and 67 2/3 innings. He has a 1.15 whip, 30 strikeouts to 17 walks. We picked this one up in the third as well. Christian Yelich steps in with 2 outs and a 1-2 count from Duffey. Yelich into left field, and that one is going to drop down for a base hit. Yelich is trying to stretch it into a double, and he is going to be gunned down by Danny Santana. A nice throw as Yelich trying to get into scoring position with 2 outs. Not a horrible move, but he does not make it to second. In the middle of third, there's no score. Eduardo Nunez steps into the box now. He's batting .263. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Nunez grounds it up the middle. It gets through the infield. John Ryan Murphy heading around third to the plate, and the throw is up the line. Murphy's going to slide across to score the game's first run. At the end of the third, the Twins lead 1-0. On to the fifth now, Byron Buxton with runners on first and second and 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Buxton drives it to the third base side. Martin Prado has to eat him up, and it's an infield hit for Byron Buxton. He's got an 11-game hitting streak. Eduardo Nunez now with the bases loaded. Pitch in the dirt. Emilio Bonifacio heading for the plate, and he's going to slide in there just ahead of the tag. And the Twins get their second run of the game via a wild pitch. 2-0 Minnesota. Nunez still in the box. Nunez flies it out to right field. Giancarlo Stanton going back. He's watching it bounce off the wall. Buxton will come around to score. Nunez into second with a double. Another run scores as well. And it's 4-0 Minnesota at the end of 5. Sixth inning, D. Gordon steps in. He's batting .288 with 3 home runs and 22 RBIs. Tyler Duffey's delivery, and it's a bunt by D. Gordon. Nunez makes a great play at third to get him out at first. Justin Bour steps in now with a runner on second and nobody out in the 7th inning. 95th pitch of the day by Duffey, and it was 1 pitch too many as Justin Bour drives this one into the right field stands. A 2-run home run, his 11th of the season. And that cuts the Twins' lead in half to 4-2. We go to the 8th. Edwin Jackson on to hurl for Miami. Making just his 4th appearance, he's got a 9.00 ERA. Emilio Bonifacio steps in to face him with a runner on second and 2 outs. The score is 6-2 Minnesota. And Bonifacio lines it into the left field corner. Runner comes around third to score. That makes the score 7-2 on Bonifacio's RBI double. And 7-2 is the score that would hold up. The Twins, with their second win in a row, go to 26-34. The Fish to 32-27. They have now dropped 5 in a row. Nicolino gets his first loss of the year, 7-1 on the year now. Tyler Duffey gets the win. Bonifacio 2 for 4 with a double. John Ryan Murphy 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. Eduardo Nunez 2 for 4 with a double. Robbie Grossman went 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs down at AAA Rochester as they fell to the Norfolk Tides 5-2. Cole Stewart, 5 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. He's got a 1.41 whip, a 3.39 ERA on the year. Down at AA, Chattanooga, DJ Hicks went 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI, and Fernando Romero pitched 1 scoreless inning in a 2-1 loss to Jacksonville. DJ Hicks, 6 home runs and 24 RBIs on the season. So which one of these teams has the longest losing streak in the majors this year? It is not us. It is the Chicago White Sox. From April 21st, they dropped 3 games to the Indians, 3 games to the Royals, 3 games to the Mets, and then 1 game to the Indians on May 2nd for a 10-game losing streak. All right, a quick slider authenticity check. We like to check these against our team's rankings every once in a while. We're 21st rating in contact, 24th in batting average overall, so that one's all right. 5th rating in power, we're 11th in home runs with 64. That one looks okay. We have a 24th rating in pitching, but we are 13th in ERA. We've made a few minor adjustments there to make the pitching a little more difficult. Speed is 12th. We're 21st in steal percentage. I'm okay with that. Defensively, we're 7th in fielding percentage, 24th overall in defense. There's more to do with defense than just fielding percentage, too, so I'm okay with that one. So Phil Hughes on the hill for the final game of this 3-game series. He's 4-6 with a 4.21 ERA, a 1.24 whip. He does not walk a lot of batters. He has 71 strikeouts to 7 walks. Javi Vizcaíno will face him. He is 7-2 with a 2.69 ERA. In 83 2/3 innings, he has a 1.08 whip. A very good pitcher for the Miami Marlins. We go to the first inning where D. Gordon steps into the plate to lead off the game. Here's the first pitch of the game from Phil Hughes, and Gordon drives it into right field for a base hit. It is cut off there by Buxton, but Gordon's going to stretch this single into a double. That is the speed of D. Gordon, and D. Gordon's speed would be a theme in this game. Giancarlo Stanton steps in now with D. Gordon still at second base. Here's the delivery from Hughes. D. Gordon is off with a pitch, and he is going to slide into third base successfully with a stolen base, a steal of third, and Giancarlo Stanton's going to drive him in with a ground ball to the left side. So Miami takes the lead early. It's 1-0. Fish with the lead on the RBI single by Stanton. We go to the second inning now. Christian Yelich at the plate with D. Gordon at first again. Got to keep that guy off the base pass. He's off with the pitch. D. Gordon on a single, rounding second, heading for third, and a nonchalant throw into second base is going to allow D. Gordon to score from third. D. Gordon on a hit and run scores from first on a single. Here's the drive into the right field corner. Another runner rounding third and heading to the plate. And another run scores for Miami on Justin Bour's RBI double. It's 4-0 Miami. Runners on the corners. Martin Prado grounds it up the middle. On to first, and he is out. That brings up Angel Pagan, batting .280 on the season. He's got a runner at second, and Pagan turns this one around into right field, and he knows that one's gone. Angel Pagan with a 2-run home run puts Miami up 7-0 in the third inning, and this one is getting away from Phil Hughes. We go to the ninth. D. Gordon, he's 2 for 4 on the day. And again, the theme is speed. He drives one into left field. Diving play by Danny Santana. He can't make it. It rolls into the corner, and D. Gordon is running for days. He rounds third, heading for the plate, and inside the park home run for D. Gordon. And the Fish beat the Twins 9-5 in this one. They snapped their 5-game losing streak. Phil Hughes gets the loss, and he took one for the team. He went 8 innings, giving up 11 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. When he went down 7-0 in the third, we decided to keep our bullpen rested and let Phil Hughes just take one for the team. So we win this series 2-1. We go to Rochester. Nick Gordon, 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Aaron Slegers, who made his AAA debut and didn't do so well, rebounds with a 6-inning, 4-hit, 1-run performance in this one where he gets the win. Brian Kaw, 2 for 5 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs, but Chattanooga falls to Jacksonville 8-7. Luke Bard gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned in this one. He falls to 3-1 as he's tagged with the loss. All right, the standings as we bring this episode to a close. The Red Sox, 2 games over the Blue Jays in the American League East. The Royals, 2 games over the Tigers here in the Central. We're in 4th, 11.5 games back at 26-35. In the American League West, the Angels, a 2.5 game lead over the Rangers. The Astros are also back at 2.5. The A's at 3.5 and the Mariners at 5. That continues to be the most competitive division in baseball. The Nationals, a 6.5 game lead over the Marlins. The Mets, the Braves, and the Phillies are all way back there. The Cubs with a 6.5 game lead over the Pirates. The Cardinals 7.5 back. And the Dodgers out in front of the NL West. Next up for us, we face the Detroit Tigers in a 3-game series. It's the second series of 3 home series in this homestand. I hope you'll join us for that one. It's Minnesota Twins baseball here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.